Okay, so honestly it's been less than an hour. I kind of called it. This thing is like more than doubled, and I don't want it to start breaking. Hopefully it's not too bad, but that thing was really hot because it was just used. So I should have taken it out a little bit earlier, but that's all right. We're gonna start shaping these things. I got a different bench scraper because I like it better. We're gonna take this out. Usually when things are overproofed, they kind of get stuck. You can kind of tell how it's gonna be. And I think we're okay. It came out pretty good. It's a bit more relaxed than I would like it, but it's all right. I like these little things because they come out kind of nice. If I would have taken it out earlier, it would have been like a nice square. But we'll see what happens. You don't want to go too long. You don't want to overproof it with freshly milled flour. It could be pretty dangerous. But this is real time, so we're gonna figure it out. So since this is yeast, I'm gonna take my water away from my camera holder. We're gonna squish it down a little bit. It's a bit different than sourdough. And we're gonna make smaller loaves. And since this is for the bakery, I'm okay to dust it with regular flour. If I was taking it home, I would not. I would just keep it with water, and then I have bran inside there that I can just use. But because this is a bit delicate, I don't want to use the bran. So let's get going. I'm gonna do 650 gram loaves. They're gonna be pretty small, but that's all right since they're using it for communion. Actually, I like 700. We'll just keep it at 700. That's not a bad number. Oh man, there we go. You want to use water when you can. Oh no. Water is best when you can, so you don't add more flour content to your dough. Water will help it not stick. It won't stick to your hands. It won't stick. It won't stick to the table. And everything's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I gotta make sure that this doesn't get wet. Not too bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I have 8 there, and then what else? I forget. I forgot the size of my Pullman loaf. It's like a 3-pound thing. I'm just gonna do like 1,200. See what that gets me. I forget. We'll just do that. And then this is extra. Cool. So we have everything measured out. And what I'm about to do is I'm gonna roughly put them in like loosely shapen bowls. This technique I've learned from Bake with Jack. He's a baker in the UK. If you've heard of him, this is a shout out to him. If you haven't, go check out his channel if you want to learn how to bake yeasted breads. So he likes to do loose balls. He'll take it like this and then just like do that all around. And so that creates like a skin and everything gets loose. It's actually amazing. It changed my loaves, just that small thing. So that's what we're gonna do for all of them, and just do a round robin. So far so good. It looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna get a good loaf. They're small enough to where they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna collapse on themselves. I'm always worried about the bran. It's just the freshly milled flour just creates really sharp bran. But so far I don't see any rips. You don't need to use a crazy amount of flour, just enough. Doesn't have to be anything elaborate, just create the skin and then let it rest. Since I'm in the bakery, I let it rest for like 5 minutes. We don't got time to let this stuff rest for 20 minutes, an hour, because I come in here towards the end of the day. I work at a Montessori school, facilities, and then I come home and take care of our children. And then towards the evening on Tuesday and Friday, that's when I come into the bakery. So I used to like come in and leave at like 11, leave at like 10:30, 10:45, get home at 11, wake up to go to work, wake up at 4:30, and it's just a lot because you have to put on a lot of hats. You got to put on the work hat, the dad hat, the baker hat, the man of God hat, trying to figure out like, what are we doing? I used to serve on Wednesdays at my church as a youth leader. So amazing. Love those kids. They helped me so much. I was never a person to work with kids, teenagers. They're just so unpredictable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was my take on it. You just never knew what you were gonna get. I was a teenager once, but God said to do it. And I was like, wow, surely not. But I did it anyway. And 1 year turned into 2, 2 turned into 3, and I started doing small groups. And that small groups is my gift. I've always known about that, but God started using it, and that's when things got really cool. I'll never forget it. And I know some of those guys, they're gonna be with me when this thing takes off, because that's what discipleship's all about. God's gonna start working, and I know those guys are gonna be so excited. But right now, I'm kind of like in a consecration time, if you will. Just, he's pulled me back from a lot of things, and I'm figuring things out, and in time, everything will work out. I already know right now where we're gonna start passing out food. I just have to go downtown or midtown, wherever it is, and talk to that church to see if I can like start passing loaves out on the weekend, because they do it during the week, but I'm too busy during the week, so I'll have to do it on the weekend. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for the bakery, 1 for my house, 1 extra to go. So this is what we have. We'll wait for about 5 minutes and start shaping from there. I'll get it preset already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are gonna be for the loaves at the bakery. And this is for me. This is my Pullman loaf tin. I feel like I made it way too big, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna show you guys a trick. All right, I went to go fill up my bucket of water because I completely forgot the size for my dough to fill this up. So I'm gonna show you this cool trick I learned. It's another trick from Bake with Jack. So if you're trying to do bread and you wanna learn cool tricks and tips, learn it from him. So we're gonna get the volume of this tin. We're gonna fill the water all the way to the top, hopefully without making a mess. Oh, shoot, I already forgot. There's holes. We're gonna do it quick. All right, so we're just gonna do that. So 2,030. That's the volume of this tin. 2,030, that's the number. So we're gonna do a conversion. Don't ask me how he got the conversion. I have no idea. I suck at math, but tools are tools. So we're gonna take the volume of the loaf tin and we're going to divide it by the conversion rate. This is the conversion rate for whole grain flour or a whole grain dough. If you're using bread flour, it's gonna be completely different. I'll put the link in the description if you want to find that video, because Bake with Jack has been so beneficial to my bread baking. I think this is 1,200. Let me double check. From what I remember, 1198, that's fine. So what's this number? 1,222. Oh! So I'm actually under, so that's good. And then I'm just gonna keep it that way. So, yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, welcome back. It's been about 5 minutes. Everything is nice and relaxed, ready to go. Let's get to shaping. All right. Little flour, little dusting. Pat it down because it's a yeast. If I did sourdough, I would not do this. Maybe some people do, but when I learned sourdough, I was very delicate with it. Not too delicate. I was able to, do some things with it, but I was not as rough as I've learned to be with yeast. Yeast is just, I'm not gonna use that. Yeast is its own beast. Okay, nice and small. Should rise pretty well. For those that don't know how to shape, there's plenty of ways to shape. I typically kind of do the same thing over and over again. Take the bottom, filled it into the middle, take the two ends, put them into the middle, and then I just take the middle at the top and pull it all the way down, and then close all the ends. It's all gonna work out because at the bottom, you just roll it all together. You wanna close that seam. And so I roll it, spin it, tuck it in on itself. And then when I'm done, I just pull it in all four corners. Nothing elaborate, just enough. Oh, you can do this too. You see how you get that bubbles? That's a nice, you wanna get a good seal. Probably didn't do that here, but that's the benefit of shaping multiple loaves. You just get better with time. So, all right, we're gonna finish off with these. Oh. Okay, now this is gonna be the cool one. Again, Bake with Jack, I give you all the credit for everything I learned about yeasted breads. So I'm gonna take this nice loaf of bread and we're just gonna smash it down. Well, not smash it, but delicately put it into a circle firmly. And it's not even, but that's all right. I like to just do that. I don't know. We're gonna take these two ends. We're gonna make a triangle. Just like that. It's really simple. Now that we have the triangle, we'll take the top end and just fold it in on itself. Just like that. Make sure the seams go down. And now that we have these two flaps, we're just gonna fold it in on itself. So, I mean, if you had a regular loaf pan that didn't have a lid like this, if you just put it in like that, you have a round dome. That's what's gonna help you get that lift. But we have a Pullman loaf, and that's because I like to bake with ancient grains a lot. This one only has about 5% spelt in it, but when I do use ancient grains, it's hard to get a really good rise and all that. So I use Pullman because now I can trap steam, I can get a good rise on my loaves, and we can make bomb sandwiches. So I'm just gonna stick you right. Nah, I think I'm gonna probably just stick you there. It'll be all right. All right, this should take about 20 minutes. I think in 20 minutes, we're gonna have some good risen dough. Now, because we're at the bakery, this is why you need to know the condition of your oven. All ovens are different. I'm not gonna do this at my home oven, and when I get my bakery, I'll probably do something different. But this particular oven has a ginormous fan that I cannot turn off. So that thing dries out the loaves like crazy. So what I do is I turn it on to like 500. So while that is proofing, this is preheating, and when I put all the loaves inside of the oven, I just turn it off and I let it bake. And so it's going down in temperature, and it kind of sits where I like it, which is about 350 degrees. So I'll see you back in about 20 minutes.